Hi everyone, I'm Santi Priya from Department of Mathematics and Statistics, Bhavans Vivekananda College. I'm here with lesson 10 from linear algebra on vector spaces. In this lesson, I'm going to explain about linearly independent and linearly dependent sets of vectors. First, let us look at the definition of linearly independent set or LI set. So before I give the definition, I just want to discuss again or remind you about Rn. What is Rn? It is a vector space, basic vector space, which has all column vectors of how many rows? N rows. So this is a basic vector space. Usually we are throughout this chapter or like the whatever the units what we are going to discuss about vector space is the basic vector spaces on real numbers. We deal with R2, R3 and so on, Rn. Now let us come for the definition. An indexed set of vectors v1, v2 and so on vp in Rn is said to be linearly independent if the vector equation, that is c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus and so on plus cp vp is equal to 0, has only trivial solution, that is c1 0, c2 0 and so on cp 0. What do we mean by this? Let us more go like in like simple. Let us see, not in detail. Like if c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus and so on plus cp vp is equal to 0, that means if you write linear combination of these vectors with some scalars and equate it to 0, get the vector equation, then what is the solution for this is it has only trivial solution. What is the trivial solution? Since it is a homogeneous equation, then it is always satisfied by 0 values, that is c1 0, c2 0 and so on cp 0. So that means if this equation has only 0 solution, that is this implies all scalars are zeros, then you call the set of these p vectors as linearly independent set, that is Li set. Now we will see the definition of linearly dependent set. It is simply the other way of linearly independent set. So, or LD set, you can call it as. The set of vectors v1, v2 and so on vk in Rn is said to be linearly dependent if there exist scalars c1, c2 and so on ck, not all zeros, such that c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus and so on plus ck vk is equal to 0. This is like in the previous linearly independent set definition, you have this vector equation has only 0 solution, then it is Li. But now here we are saying if there exist scalars, not all zeros, that means among these there can, if there are some non-zero values, or either all of C1, C2 and so on Ck, or some of these are non-zeros which are solutions for this equation, then you call this set as linearly dependent. Now in the next we'll explain this more in detail. So here I'm giving overall altogether like linearly independent, linearly dependent. So let me explain. Consider a set v1, v2 and so on vk in Rn, k number of vectors, and you have scalars c1, c2 and so on ck, k number of scalars. And then consider this vector equation, that means write a linear combination c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus and so on plus ck vk is equal to 0. Suppose this is equation 1. Then this is a homogeneous equation. This homogeneous equation will always have 0 solution, that is then c1 0, c2 0 and so ck is equal to 0 always satisfies equation 1, right? That means this is always true, that 0 solution always exists, trivial solution. Then second point, other than the above, if there can exist another solution, what is that solution? Where some or all of C1, C2 and some Ck are non-zeros. That means other than zero solution, if you obtain any other non-zero solution where some of these or all of these are non-zeros, Then case 1, let me write first. C1 V1 plus C2 V2 plus and so on. Ck Vk 0 implies only 0 solution. C1 0, C2 0 and so on. Ck 0 only 0 solution. Then the set is Li. Case 2, if this vector equation were other than 0 solution, C1 0 and so on Ck 0, if we also have C1 C2 and so on Ck where some or all are non-zeros. So if among these scalars not only 0 solution, if there is some other solution where you have some zeros and some non-zeros, then you call this set of vectors as linearly dependent. So basically you will write this vector equation and you will solve it. If you get only 0 solution, then you say it is linearly independent. If you get even a non-zero solution, then you say it is linearly dependent. Let us look at some basic linearly independent sets. Consider the set of unit vectors. What are unit vectors in R2? R2, you know, R2 has R column vectors of 2 rows. So what are unit vectors? 1, 0, 0, 1. You call them as unit vectors in R2 and we'll denote them as E1 is 1, 0, E2 is equal to 0, 1. Now I want to check whether this set is linearly independent or not. Let us go by definition. Two vectors are there, so take two scalars a, b and write this vector equation. A into e1 plus b into e2 is equal to 0. That is a into 1 0 plus b into 0 1 is equal to, here this 0 means 0 vector in R2. What is 0 vector in R2? 0 0 implies a0, just multiply a into 1 0 is a0 plus b into 0 1 is 0b is equal to 0 0, which implies it will give you a plus 0 is a and 0 plus b is b, ab is equal to 0 0. That implies a is equal to 0 and b is equal to 0. See, this vector equation, if you try to solve it, you are getting only 0 solution for this. That implies these two vectors 1 0 0 1 are linearly independent. That is, unit vectors in R2 are always linearly independent. Similarly, the set of unit vectors in R3. What are unit vectors in R3? 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. R3 is a vector space of column vectors with 3 rows. And the unit vectors are these 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. This will be also linearly independent. This is linearly independent. And similarly, in general, so in R4, R5, all the unit vectors, if you take set, will be linearly independent. So in the same way, the set of unit vectors in Rn means you have all the column vectors with n rows, and you will denote them with E1, E2 and so on En in Rn, and this set is also linearly independent. Now let us see next basic linearly independent sets. That is, I am taking here, consider the set containing 1t in P1. What is P1? The vector space of all polynomials of maximum degree 1. So I am taking these set of two vectors 1 and t. 1 represents constant and t represents the first degree term. Then I will take a vector equation. So how many vectors I have? 1 and t, 2 vectors. So I'll take two scalars. A into 1 plus b into t is equal to 0. So 0, how can I write in P1 linear polynomial? How can I write 0 into 1 plus 0 into t? In linear polynomial, you will have two terms. That implies I will get directly a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0. That means if I try to solve this vector equation, what is the solution for a and b? It's only 0 solution. That means the set containing 1, t is linearly independent. Similarly, in P2, what will be the set, like how you have taken in 1t? How do you take set in P2? P2 is the vector space of all polynomials of maximum degree 2. So maximum degree 2 polynomials means what will be terms in that? Constant, t term, t square term. So take the vectors 1t t square, then this will be also linearly independent. You can check it in the same way. and so on. In the same way, the set 1 t, t square and so on t power n in Pn. Pn is the vector space of all polynomials of maximum degree n. So we will take these vectors 1 t, t square up to t power n. This is also linearly independent. These are some basic sets which are linearly independent in the basic vector spaces. Before we looked at about the unit vectors, they are linearly independent. But suppose other than unit vectors, any other vectors are given in a vector space, how to check whether the set of vectors is linearly independent or dependent. So here I have methods to determine a given set of vectors is linearly independent or linearly dependent. So first method is using determinant of a matrix. So what do you do? This you can do only if you can obtain a square matrix A up to the order 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 with the given vectors. So we'll go in detail when we work out any problem. So this you will apply. Vectors are given if you get a square matrix with those vectors of what order, either 2 by 2 or 3 by 3. Then if det A is not equal to 0, then the given set of vectors are linearly independent. That means find right matrix A with the vectors given and then find the determinant of A. If the det A is not equal to 0, then you call that set of vectors as linearly independent. If det A is equal to 0, then the given set of vectors is linearly dependent. This is the first method using determinant of a matrix. And what is the second method? Reduce the augmented matrix to echelon form. That is, if you cannot obtain a square matrix of order A of order 2 by 2 or 3 by 3, like the first, if you cannot use the first one, determinant, that means you don't get either 2 by 2 or 3 by 3. If either you get a rectangular matrix or you get a square matrix with 4 by 4 or 5 by 5 like that, then these 2 points you have to remember. You will use the augmented matrix. If it has no free variables, that means in the augmented matrix after reducing it to echelon form, if it has no free variables, that is unique solution implies, what do you mean by unique solution for homogeneous equation? Only zero solution implies linearly independent. Or if it has free variables, then you call it as infinite solutions, which implies non-zero solution also exists. When non-zero solution also exists, then you call that as linearly dependent set. So let us use method 1 to solve the first problem. So you are given here V1 is 1, 2, 3, V2 is 4, 5, 6 and V3 is 2, 1, 0. Determine whether set containing V1, V2, V3 is linearly independent or linearly dependent. So what do we do? Then consider matrix A as having columns, the given three vectors as columns, that is 1, 2, 3 V1, 4, 5, 6 V2, 2, 1, 0 V3, which forms a 3 by 3 square matrix. That's why we can use the determinant of matrix method. So find det A. So what is the determinant of A? Expanded by column row 1, that is 1 into 5 into 0, 0 minus 6, 1 into 0 minus 6 minus 4. The alternatively plus minus will get 4 into 2 into 0, 0 minus 3 and then plus 2 into 2 into 6, 12 minus 5 into 3, 15, 12 minus 15, which is equal to minus 6 plus 12 plus minus 6, which will be 0. That is det A is equal to 0. If det A is 0, then this set of vectors V1, V2, V3 is linearly dependent. Now let us see this problem. You are given three vectors 0, 2, minus 1, 1, minus 3, 1, 4, minus 4, 9, minus 7, minus 5 to determine whether these are linearly independent or linearly dependent. If you observe here, you are having three vectors with 4 rows. That means you will get here 4 by 3 matrix. So it is not a square matrix. That means you cannot find determinant and you cannot use method 1 for this. Then we have to go for method 2 only, that is using the augmented matrix. So for this I will write solution. So the given vectors I will take them as v1, v2, v3. So if I write, let c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus c3 v3 is equal to 0, which implies I will have c1 into 0, 2, minus 1, 1 plus c2 into minus 3, 1, 4, minus 4 plus c3 into 9, minus 7, minus 5, 2, which is equal to 0, 0, 0, 0, because 0 vector in R4. 0 vector in R4 because these vectors are in R4, because 4 rows you have. So 0 vector in R4 is 0, 0, 0, 0. So now if you write them as equations, you will get like this. C1 into 0 is 0 minus 3 times C2 plus 9 times C3, and the next one is 2C1 plus C2 minus 7C3, and the next one is minus C1 plus 4C2 minus 5C3, and then C1 minus 4C2 plus 2C3 is equal to 0, 0, 0, 0. This will give me the equations minus 3C2 plus 9C3 is equal to 0, 2C1 plus C2 minus 7C3 is equal to 0, minus C1 plus 4C2 minus 5C3 is equal to 0, C1 minus 4C2 plus 2C3 is equal to 0. So this is again system of equations. So solving for LILD is again solving system of equations. So write its augmented matrix. Augmented matrix. So that is AD is equal to. So how do you write what is C1 coefficient? 0. Then minus 3, 9, and then here it is 0. 2, 1, minus 7, 0. Minus 1, 4, minus 5, 0. 1, minus 4, 2, 0. This is augmented matrix we got here. How do we reduce it to echelon form? Because solving system of equations, write the augmented matrix and then reduce it to echelon form. So to reduce to echelon form, first we have to consider first row, first column element, but that is 0 here. So when you have first row, first column element 0, what do you do is you will interchange and you will send this to row to some other place. So I will interchange the rows R1. For R1, I am sending it to R4. So this matrix AD is transformed to, so I am bringing fourth row here, 1, minus 4, 2, 0, and then second row there is no change, 2, 1, minus 7, 0, and minus 1, 4, minus 5, 0, and then the first row is going here, minus 3, 9, 0. Now this is first row, first column element. This is pivot, and then we have to do the transformation for this column. So for that, this is 2. I have to make it 0. So what do I do for R2? So I have here 2, and then I have here 1. So what do I do? 1 into 2 minus 1 into 2 into 1 will be 0. So what is the operation I will be using? 1R2 minus 2R1. So for R2, R2 minus 2R1, it will be 0. So let us see what about R3? R3 you have minus 1 here, minus 1 plus 1 will be 0. For R3 plus R1. What about R4? We don't need to do anything because it is already 0. So this matrix is transformed to, if you apply all this, so this is 1 minus 4 to 0, and 2 minus 2, this is 0, and then 2 times, then 1 minus of 2 into minus 4. So 1 plus 8 will be 9, and then next one is minus 7, then minus 2 into 2. So minus 7 minus 4 is minus 11. So minus 11, and this is 0 because here there won't be any change. These are all zeros. And the next one is just for R3 plus R1 you do minus 1 plus 1, 0. 4 minus 4, 0. Minus 5 plus 2 is minus 3, and this is 0. And at R4 you are not doing any changes. 0, minus 3, 9. So this is the augmented, which is done with the augmented matrix, has taken few more steps here. And then what is now pivot element in the second row? 9. Then where are the changes you have to do? You have to do in this column changes. Now we got in the second row pivot element, and using this 9 I have to make these other two zeros. So in R3 there is no need to change because it is already 0. And for R4 I have to do. So for R4 I have here minus 3 in R4 and 9 in R2. So multiply this with the minus 3 and then add 9, it will be 0. So it is 3 times R4 plus R2. So it will give me, this matrix will be transformed to 1 minus 4 to 0, then 0, 9 minus 11, 0, and then 0, 0 minus 3, 0. This will be 0, 0, then 9, 3 times 9, and then plus R2 is minus 11, 27 minus 11 is 16, and then 0. So now I have this is pivot and this is pivot, and this column is 0, this is 0. Now I have here another pivot. So before you have to make this 16 0 using this. Before doing that, let us simplify it more. R3 divide by minus 3, and then R4 divide by 16. So this will get transformed to, the matrix will get transformed to, then 1 minus 4 to 0, and then 0, 9 minus 11, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, and then 0, 0, 1, 0. So next, this is pivot, and here this is pivot, and you have to make it 0. So for R4, apply R4 minus R1. So this matrix will be transformed to 1 minus 4 to 0, and then 0, 9 minus 11, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now this is transformed to echelon form because these are all zeros, these are zeros, these are zeros. Now how many columns you have? C1, C2, C3. All the three columns, here you have all three columns are pivot columns. If so, then what happens? If all the three columns are pivot columns, implies all are basic variables. Whatever the variables you have in the equations, and no free variable. If there is no free variable, what is the conclusion? Implies it has unique solution. What is unique solution for the homogeneous system? For the homogeneous system, the unique solution is zero solution. That is C1 0, C2 0 and C3 0, which implies the given vectors are linearly independent. Here you are given some practice problems. Determine whether the following are Li or Ld. So here three vectors are given. So and how many rows? Each has three rows. So what matrix, if you try to write them in a matrix A, you will get a 3 by 3 matrix. So you can use determinant. Similarly, the same next one also, you have three vectors in R3 and they are with three rows and three vectors. So this also will give you a 3 by 3 matrix. You can solve it by determinant of matrix method. Go through the next example. Determine whether the columns of the following matrix form an Li set. So here you are given a matrix. You are not given separately the vectors. So you have to determine whether the columns of this matrix. What are the columns of first column is minus 4 0 2 2. Second column is this, third column. Take these each one as a vector v1, v2, v3 and determine whether they form linearly independent set or not. Now if you observe, this is having 4 rows and 3 columns. It is a 4 by 3 matrix. So it is not a square matrix. So you cannot apply determinant method. Then you have to apply the echelon form method. By taking echelon form, by taking augmented matrix and reducing it to echelon form, you can determine whether it is Li or Ld.